we have something to regulatory comply. We have something to regulatory comply. So I am telling we have to take a decision on risk base. How many of you agree that it is a regulatory thing we have to comply? Okay, I am telling we have risk assessment. We have to take the decision whether we have to comply or not. How many agree and how many disagree? Who are agree? We have to do a risk assessment and we are. Okay. So many people, I have seen our private sector as well. They are complying with regulatory compliances as say regulatory compliance. They think that we have to, if it is a regulatory comply, we have to comply with that. No, think about this. If we do not comply with that regulatory thing, it's cost only 50 rupees. But to comply with that, it may take sometimes even millions. Okay, then why we comply with that? Okay, so this is what now we are going to talk about. Okay, so in IT, all the decisions we are taking risk based. Okay, that's why risk assessment is very important for all of you. Okay, you have anything, any cybersecurity matter, IT security matter, procurement matter, everything we have to do with risk based. So we'll open the panel. Okay, so I have Samagi and my colleagues. So do you have anything? So Mr. Akmal, our president, before I came here, asked me to give a chance to ask you two questions from our panelists. So we have Deputy Secretary General, Mr. Samagi, and representatives from Colombo University as well. So if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, I will raise my questions. Okay, so I'll start. Okay, so earlier also so many people discussed this question for Samagi, and then other people also can answer. Okay, so when it comes to procuring, there are two things we have to procure. One is hardware, the other one is software. Okay, when it comes to hardware, you all know it's same like other goods. It is tangible. Okay, it's not complicated. Okay, but when it comes to software, it's little different. Why the difference? It is not tangible. It is intellectual property. What is the meaning of intellectual property? Creation of minds. You can't touch that. So this is the most complicated thing for us, okay, as IT people. So when it comes to procure software, there is a crucial decision we have to take. That is build or buy. That is a crucial decision. Sometimes you even not think about that. Okay, build or buy, because there are off-the-shelf solutions in the market. Okay, and even we can develop a software from scratch. Okay, so there are different implications. So okay, if you go, you can go any path. Okay, again you have to think about risk and other factors. So my first question, Samagi, when we take this decision, build or buy decision, what are the things we have to consider? Samagi?
We make the decision, like I explained, like we need to consider many things, like you say. So software being an invisible product, we have many challenges. Because if we have kind of a tangible product, we can touch and feel and see. But here it is an intellectual product, so we need kind of identify what sort of a area that we're looking into. So what I see is like many government organizations, when we need a solution, our minds directly go for a BPR. So there will be many cases that BPR is not necessary. There will be enough cases and enough researchers done on that particular issue, and the community has developed a product already to which we can cater the same requirement. So we, like as a organization, we may not need a BPR, but we need kind of a regularize what we do and the process that we do. And there may be certain cases even the solution is not the answer. There may be, what we need to do is to regularize our processes. So first we need to see, we need to identify our processes, and we need to see whether those processes are in correct order and that process support our decision making and our overall the operation. So that is kind of crucial thing before we jump into the mindset of DPI. So only after that we see all the processes are in place and only the workflows and decision making things are in place. Then only we can see whether we need a DPI or something. And based on that, we can go for a solution, for a customized solution, or a solution which is already available in the market. So even it doesn't matter whether it is available in the market. So we can justify our case and do the proper ROI analysis, cost benefit analysis, and present it to the senior management. Then of course we can have that the robust solution implemented within the organization. So what I see is when we go for the solution, we need to identify the processes, streamline the processes, then only think what kind of a solution we need. So we don't need to reinvent the wheel. Maybe the wheel is already there, and the thing is it is not turning. So we need to identify those gaps.
Thank you, Swami. I want to raise the same questions to Manjusri, who came from UCSC. He may have lots of experience in this regard. According to my understanding, time also matters. Sometimes, as you are director, your higher level, senior management, we press you, okay, pressure you. We need the solution immediately. Then, you can take a decision to buy something, okay, from the market and customize that. So, what is your experience on this?
With respect to what Samir said, I agree with you have to identify that's the most important thing. And when it comes to the processes, like when we try to identify processes, the biggest problem is like the time. Some of the identification of processes take a long time, and sometimes there are requirements in the government sector itself that wants us to deliver very quickly. Sometimes some person saw some solution, they want to give deadlines to certain people, and they want to do this. This has all the instant local support software. Basically what Sri Lanka as a country is doing most of the time. So with respect to what someone is that we need the process first. When we have the process, then we decide whether we will buy it or we will. And also with respect to the buy decision, we have my observation is like there are a lot of sources that come and say this product is good, this is good, this is the way it is, these are the cutting edge technology. But as an IT person who's running the department or the ministry, we actually need to check what is better for us, not necessarily what this particular solution has. Sometimes the solution we get looks good for us, but only we find that one month down the line it doesn't fit, and then we are basically having monumental waste of funds. As well as another massive cost of change request where we have to change the software system. So the biggest problem from my perspective on this is trying to processes, documenting the processes, and then analyzing the processes to see whether these things actually line up. And then only we should make the buy decision. Otherwise, the bigger problem we are facing at this point in time, having silos of softwares from one software A automates for A, software B automates for B, and there's no communication between the two, and there's another big communication gap between the software and people running software, and eventually because of that, we end up going to the DPR anyhow, which will be a far greater cost than what we should have to do. But that is my general experience.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Manjusri. Then I will move to Mr. Anura Vijay General. Thank you very much for being with us. So, what is your experience with regard to our government's procurement activities relevant to this buy and build, and if you can share with us your exceeding experience, that would be very helpful for all IT. Yeah, it's okay.
ඇත්තටම ගොඩක් ප්‍රශ්න ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා අපි develop කරගන්න අපි outsider කෙනෙකුට දෙනවා. එතකොට මේ දෙනෙක් සම්බන්ධයෙන් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ආයතනයක පැහැදිලි කරන්න බෑ තමන්ගේ මොනවද අවශ්‍ය output එක කියලා. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට need analysis එකක් කරන්නේ නැහැ. need analysis එකක් කරන්න දැනුමක් තියෙන පුද්ගලයෝ අපි කාර්යවිභාගවත් රජයේ ආයතනවල IT ඔෆිසර්ලා ඉන්නේ එකනේ නැත්නම් දෙන්නයි. ඉතින් ඊළඟට අපි need analysis එකක් කරනකොට ටිකක් ලොකු process එකක් වෙනවා. ඒකවල need analysis එකක් කරන්න නැතුව අපි දෙනවා. අපි කියනවා මේකට අපි මෙන්න මේ දේ කරන්න software එකක් හදලා දෙන්න. දැන් ඊට පස්සේ ඒ service provider ඕන විදිහට කොහොමද software එක හැදෙන්නේ. එතකොට මෙහෙම හැදුනහම ආපහු මේක implement කරන්න යද්දී ආයි ඉස්සුස් වෙනවා දැන් අපිට මේ output එක ගන්න බෑ මේ output එක ගන්න බෑ මේ output එක ගන්න බෑ. ඉතින් ඒ ප්‍රශ්නේ ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒක නිසා සමහර ආයතන ආපහු ගිහින් තියෙනවා ආපහු Excel එකේ database එකට ගිහින් තියෙනවා. අර මිලියන ගාණක් වියදම් කරලා ඒ හදපු software අපරලා දාලා ආපහු ගිහින් තියෙනවා Excel එකේ දෙන database එක. ඉතින් මේ තත්ත්වය ගත්තම අපි ඔඩිට් කරනකොට විශාල වශයෙන් අපි දකිනවා රාජ්‍ය ආයතන වල මේ දේ. ඉතින් ඒක නිසා අපිට ඇත්තටම මම හිතන්නේ අපිට හොඳම දේ තමයි අපි එක්කෝ ආයතනයේ තුල එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි සර්විස් ප්‍රොවයිඩර් කෙනෙකුට දීලා අපි software එක ඩෙවලොප් කරගන්න එක. අපේ අවශ්‍යතාවයන්ට ගැලපෙන විදිහට. ඒක කරනකොට ඉස්සෙල්ලාම අපි අවධානය යොමු කරන්න ඕන අර need analysis කියන එක. අපි හරියට කරන්න ඕන risk assessment එක කරන්න ඕන, cost benefit බලන්න ඕන. ඊළඟට අපිට මේක user friendly ද කියලා බලන්න ඕන. මේ වගේ කරුණු කීපයක් බලන්න තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ තත්ත්වය මත අපි දකිනවා මේ දේ හරියට ආයතන වලින් වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. ඉතින් ඒ තත්ත්වය මත ගොඩක් project අපයන්ලා දාලා ගිහින් තියෙනවා.
Going Sudhir sir, thank you very much. Any question? Otherwise, I will raise my next question related to this area. Single උනත් ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න පුළුවන් අපිට මේ අපේ කොහොමද සිංහල කතා කරන්නේ. මේක ඔයගලන්ට ලැබෙන අන්තිම අවස්ථාව මෙතනින් පස්සේ මේක ඉවරයි. So yeah. Yeah, I think that question can answer by Manish. Yeah.
I think we will go by your first edition either by the bill or by okay, yeah. So QCBS is just a method of So however, for websites and all, I don't think that QCBS can work. But as long as you can find a reader because you are required, that is the most important what we want to optimize or what we want to come up as a process, what do you want from the website? Just information website, or does it have any other services attached to it? Do you have backend system to come to the website? So you have to make that decision first. And from there on, sometimes you may say it's a simple website, but that simple website has a massive backend system attached to it. And in that sense, obviously the document might be totally different to just a website. So you have to make that decision with respect to the processes. But for that, we need to really understand whether are we talking about just the website as face of our organization, or is this something that lot of people call this providing a lot of services through web as also it. Right, so they have a lot of back-end systems attached to that. That may itself be a very different and large software development or a product that you may already have to buy. So that is the thing that we are doing. QCDS or what I think is basically consultants working in at that given point in time. And if you are going for a department, I think you can always reach out to other people in the government sector who just, I think that's not necessarily ICDA now, but some of the universities, there are other organizations, there are other places who just have done that very infrastructure and reach out to those people and look at how they actually practice similar kind of things.
Okay, thank you. I also have one answer for that. Below by. I have seen in procurement manuals. I can't exactly remember the percentage. It may be 30%. Okay. If more than 30% involve development, it should be consultants. It's a development, not a buying product. But less than we all know, build or buy, we have to do some configurations, some adjustments to the software. Okay, so whether build or buy, we have to customize something. Okay, so if it is less than 30%, we can go as goods. Okay, the goods procurement. Okay, so this is there. Please go and refer the procurement manual. I can't exactly remember the percentage. Okay, so if it is buy, it would be very easy. It's good, okay. So, but you have to gain risk assessment and identify because you have to see whether they have enough staff. Because for vendor it may be like buying and selling business, okay. So they may not have consultants to do even these small configurations. So therefore you have to be very careful. Hope I am correct. So any other question? Very good question. Yeah. Yeah.
System is going to be software.
Yeah.
From the side, the financial side is covered through the regulation.
Yeah.
But as per I know, in government, no IT system is still IT oriented. And that is eventually finally going to the system.
Yeah.
That have to be handled. I don't know how the government policies are going to implement to cover that. System can be difficult, but how is going to be? We have to check whether they are covering our standard, they are covering our regulations. Are they based on our requirement, our regulations, whether they are able to government law or to configure? We are not doing any IT or any part of any IT system as far as it's only we are following the whether that is providing requirements. They have we purchase the system. That's all. Afterwards, there is nothing in between that. Can I have an idea about this solution?
Yeah. So can I answer?
අපි සිස්ටම් ඔඩිට් කරනවා අපි මේ වෙනකොට ආයතන කම්පටක් වගේ කරලා තියෙනවා අපිට ලොකු ප්‍රමාණයකට යන්න බැරි වෙලා තියෙනවා. නමුත් අපිට දැන් බර්බර් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකක් තියෙනවා. ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක යටතේ අපි වෙනම සිස්ටම් ඔඩිට් එක ආයතන තියෙන සිස්ටම් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඔඩිට් එක කරනවා. අපි මේ වෙනකොට රෙජිස්ට්‍රාර් ජෙනරල් එකේ සිස්ටම් ඔඩිට් එක කරා කම්පැනි රෙජිස්ට්‍රාර් එකේ කරා කවුගේ ඒවා අපි ගත්තම ඇත්තටම සිස්ටම් පේ සාර්ථකත්වයක් නැහැ. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ අපි කවුරුන් මතක කරවගෙන ඒක අපි බලපු අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන අපි ඉදිරියට මම හිතන්නේ අපි ඔක්කොම කවර් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. වර්ල්ඩ් බැංක් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක යටතේ අපි වෙනම ටීම් එකක් ගන්නවා ඒ වෙනුවෙන්. අරගෙන අපි සිස්ටම් ඔඩිට් එක කරන්න අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා ඉදිරි වාසයේ.
Yeah, I have a small answer to your question. It's very difficult to keep IS auditors in government sector because of the cost factor. Okay, it's very costly. So even I don't know whether you know, last year there was a problem for Boeing in UK. Okay, but one or two planes they have drowned because of a technical problem. Okay, Then they went to the mother organization, and ultimately they found that they have not done this audit well. Okay. So then when they investigate, they found that even in United States, they couldn't keep these auditors in their government organizations because of cost. So the solution, there is a solution. Okay? The solution is outsourcing. Even United States going, they are outsourcing these audits to private sector organizations because they can't keep this. There are two factors. One is cost. The other one is when people stay in government in long periods, their technology know-how is getting deprecated. Okay, you can understand it. Okay, you are not practicing, you are not doing that. Okay, therefore, this is the solution. So, I mean, you are the people who senior managers and directors in government. You have to force government to do, go to those kinds of solutions. Any answer for that from your end?
I think there are many companies who actually do these audit services, but the problem with our government structure is that people don't like to pay for those services. Like we would like to, so the bigger problem we have in software industrial government is we spend a lot of money, and it's not necessarily for everyone to see. So there's first, we spend 1 billion on software. Where the software, people ask that question. Like, and sometimes it's very easy to justify not doing it at all because you have a large number that has been going from your account, and you generally don't see the outcome. And also on top of that, for what you suggest, you're going to have a large FP deal as well once you do a information system audit. But those things are absolutely essential for us to have a proper IT and software infrastructure in an organization. So there are companies out there which does that. But as I consider that, I agree with you that it has to be generally outsourced because I don't think it's going to be easy to keep IS auditors in government service because of the cost factor involved in it. Because they have far more opportunities outside the sector than within the sector.
Some of you handle a lot of systems in government. What do you think? Yeah, it's okay.
So, I think I don't have anything where like the main thing is the cost factor. Like when we try to do the audit, so there is a challenge. One thing is the audit, the cost, and the next thing is we don't have any kind of relationship with these applications. Okay, so that is the other challenge. So we have to do the R&D even though then we have to go kind of policy decision making. If we have to do it a very individual, so the kind of the regulatory body needs to be kind of coordinated on that aspect and to have easy access on those things. So the cost factor is the main factor that we have.
I think audit department itself can ask government to with this kind of solution for these problems. I don't think if you well train IS auditor in government sector, he will go in 1 or 2 months time because of this salary factor. Okay, so these are the solutions. Okay, you have to think. Okay, hardly think about. Any other question? Yeah.
Should be an some system security
Yeah.
before you can the actual system, we have to
Yeah.
balance system security by serve.
Yeah, actually, sir, he is doing a technical part as per our knowledge. But there is a role to play audit department as well. I think in financial systems, those kinds of systems. Normally, sir is not there. Yeah, that's correct.
Security infrastructure, all the policies, everything has to be before joining the game. I was working in the private sector in financial sector. Every 3 months we are checking the systems. I was a kind of auditor in the organization, so we are checking every system. Every 3 months whether those procedures and guidelines are followed, or the guidelines given by central bank is followed by them, the development have been done like that, or the guidelines, all we are checking. I mean, those things are necessary. They are checking the vulnerabilities and all the security infrastructure. But if we speak about procedures, policy, that is not going to be checked. Not going to be checked. Every organization.
That is not in the Sri Lanka mandate or
Yeah,
scope.
it's out in the mandate.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, any other question? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How can we guarantee?
Yeah. Someone you can first reply then.
Like what we usually do, the initial step is like we go with the NDA, the non-disclosure agreement. So that will be the base point of the trust that we will between the government entity. So that ensures that all the information that we provide to the auditing authorities will be remain confidential and treated as such. So that is the main one that we have. So on top of that, we may have many other features in the access controls and all these things will come later. So the main point will be the NDA. So that will be the binding part. So then after that access controls, we have the access to the access to certain information. Those things will be documented in the latter part. And usually submitted to the management, usually the secretary, before proceeding the auditing. So that's how it goes.
Mr. Manish, yeah, do you have anything there? Yeah.
මොනවද දෙන්නේ මේ කරන්නද දෙන්නේ එහෙම නැත්නම් කවුරුන හරි කරන්නද දෙන්නේ කියලා ඒක වෙනම පාර්ට් එකක්. ඒ හැම හදන සිස්ටම් එකම පොඩිකට ඒ ඇක්සස් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මේ වෙනකොට මම හිතන්නේ ලංකාවේ තිබුණු ඔය සිස්ටම් වල එකක් විතරක් අපිත් එක්ක සාකච්ඡා කරලා මොනවද ඔඩිටර්ට මේකේ අවශ්‍ය මේක විව් කරන්න අවශ්‍ය මොනවද මේකෙන් ගන්න අවශ්‍ය කියලා අපිත් එක්ක සාකච්ඡා කරපො අදපු තාම හදනවා එක ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකක් තියෙනවා අනිත් ඒවා අපිත් එක්ක සාකච්ඡා කරලා නැහැ ඇත්තටම ඒ කියන්නේ එතකොට ඔඩිටර්ට ඇක්සස් දෙන්න ඕන ඒක ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක අපිට ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් කරනකොට මේක කොටසක් ඒක.
So I have another small thing to tell you. When you talk about private sector and public sector, as you are coming from public sector and I have worked in both, normally naturally comes a mindset that we should not give access to these systems to the private sector. That's the mindset naturally comes. But if I tell you this, okay, in developed countries, more than 80% of their critical information infrastructure handled by private sector. So if any critical information infrastructure down, it's affect to national security as well. Okay. So that means their economies driven by private sector and government sector. They do their role, what is managing that. Okay. So as a government, senior managers, what I think your part is you can manage that well, okay, their private sector people because they are always looking at business perspective, okay. So you do not have that kind of mindset. So you can think about general public and take decisions, okay. So this is the way in developed world working. So yeah, you have a question, yeah. Can you switch on the mic and yeah, they are recording.
Can you?
Yeah.
My question was some of your when you are considering about the change which is our outsourced development, because change which is dominated by the given, we don't have bargaining power. So is there any mechanism to control the price? Is there any acceptable mechanism?
Yeah.
Alright, so with respect to change request, right? So number one, so let's dissect this a bit, this change request story. Right? So there is a lot to this change request story than we actually think. So for example, the initial problem happens when we are starting discussion. We do not necessarily understand our process. That's number one. And we are not documenting the process. And also in the government sector, we have people changing. So today the IT person changes in 2 months down the line, and the new one comes and creeps that comes into the system. So we call a requirement creep. So and with that, we ask software developer to say, okay, include this as well, include this as well. And then by the time we finish including this, that and all, we have added a significant amount, sometimes even bigger than scope of sometimes. And therefore they actually work huge amounts. Yes, yeah, so the bigger problem, yeah, because sometimes for us, it might be from the user interface, you might be thinking, why can't I get that in my user interface? That is the, and you might be thinking, what is the difficulty in doing that? But when you look at the backend change in audit, which was not an initial process that was identified, then there is a significant change in that. And therefore there is a process. When you go for the cross change request, you are always at the mercy of the vendor, because there is nothing you can do about it. They have to do it, the source code is there, so others are not, it's theirs, they have to develop it, and they have to deliver it. So all of this can be actually minimized if the initial part of the process, and what happens with most of the things in government is like you take a requirement set and you never sign off and stick to that. Because in my opinion, the biggest problem is we have to get the requirements back. We sign off, we wait till we deliver. What happens is, yeah. Like, yeah, so with any software is like law of country evolves. That's nothing. But the problem is this has to be minimized if you understand the process properly in the first place. But if you do not understand the process, there is going to be more requests by the time we finish the software itself. So to regulate the amount of pricing you are going to get, that is a development thing that's not going to happen. Because no one is going to say, okay, I'm going to be under that clause to regulate the pricing aspect. Because tomorrow there might be a change in the industry and the prices might go 3 or 4-fold up. So the best advice I could give is like try to minimize it. And to minimize it, the best is identify your procedures, identify the integrations properly, identify whether this conforms to our standards in the initial setup. Like what we said with audits and all. And then we move on from change requests. Change requests are inevitable because software is evolved, people evolve, society is evolved, and requirements evolve. So in that case, yes, but putting a top cap on a change request is not going to be a possibility, but we can always negotiate. But the only best advice is try to minimize that. That depends on how much effort they estimate. Yes, this is the user license game that is there. And it is the present point when I'm speaking is ongoing in many organizations, right? But the problem we have is like some of the CRs actually is massive. Even though we don't feel it's massive, it's a massive change at the back end. And the amount they could do is they have re-engineered the process. That means like it might find just a trivial change, it might not be a trivial change. With respect to how many
I get your point that what you're talking about, like what you're saying is we hope that we have done the solution and kind of backlog system. So then we are getting these ERs as we progress with the requirement changes. So that's what you're talking. So the cost is actually currently it's kind of the bargaining power will be the vendor because they will send us the mandate for us, they will send us everything. So then there's no way convey these mandates and this mandate will be allocated with each and every task so that we cannot cross it. So what I think is like if the system is like it's a low run system, and if you foresee that system will operate in the next 2 or 3 years, so incorporate the CRs, like if you are going to do 2 or 3 CRs per year, kind of iteration process into the contract. So then you will have some sort of a control on what sort of a CR that you are going to do, and what sort of cost that you will be incurred. So you can do that. That is the, I think, the controllable way that you can address these CRs. So otherwise, if you try to do CRs that bigger way, so then they will have a lot of bargaining power. But if you incorporate that into contracts, they also know, you know these things. So there will be CRs and there will be kind of additions to the system. So then they will be also cautious on how to utilize these 2 or 3 CRs that they are allowed to do. So that is the best way to do this. There is no, like what the prices that we get, there is no point of finding. The positive results to us to negotiate that will be within minimum and have that CR rates and all these things agree in the, like we have the contract renewal every year, so we can have that CR rates pre-negotiated at the very beginning of the contract, so then you can minimize those exceed expenses that you have. So that is the kind of best way in my experience that you can do.
Yeah, thank you very much, from Crystal here. I think you got the answer. So any other question? Yeah, thank you. Can you, speak to the mic? Yes.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the, would it possible to include and regarding CR into the agreement? Yeah, I will able to answer. But I have another question regarding system audit actually. Now since we are auditing government systems, is there acceptable organizations on the auditor department? These, I mean, there should be transcripts. So like, if you are going to a private firm, auditing firm, or is it acceptable? It's acceptable for in Sri Lanka, what are the acceptable firms who do a system audit on a government system?
You can give answer. Otherwise, later I will join. So I think my answer to that question is, again, Auditor General Department also a government agency. Okay, so they also have to procure and identify and this is how other developed countries do this. Okay, and they have to do, they have to take necessary, contracts and non-disclosure agreements, and they are to find, in a way that who can audit government department. It may be, it may be chosen by procurement, or it may be taken decision by government. That is up to them. For me, again, another procurement. For me, I don't know. Something, what do you think?
Yeah, this is again another procurement.
Yeah. Any other question? So if there is no any other question, I will, we have another 5 minutes. I will raise another question for all of you. So now we are now dealing with lots of technologies. We all heard artificial AI, and we are going to cloud. And there are some public clouds, private clouds, okay, and there are so many, hybrid clouds. So they have lots of, costing methods. One costing method is, pay as you go. Okay, pay as you go means you have to pay what you have used, okay, utilized in cloud. So when it comes to our procurement methods, how we can cater this kind of, new procurement, costing methods. What do you think, Manjushri? Yeah. Samadi, what do you think? Can we find a method? So we are not going to, initially pay for this. And, when it comes to cloud, even for cost optimization, we should have engineers to cost optimize after the meeting. It depends on how you are going to utilize efficiently these services. So, what do you think of this purchasing cloud services, especially their cost method, pay as you go?
In my view, so it will be at the end of the day, it will be a procuring a service.
Yeah.
So that's the only way to evaluate that in the current context. So we need to describe that. What we can do is we can procure a service so that will be the approach to go for pay as you go. But doing so, then we need to, in the current context, I think we need to have even that we need to go through a partner, to regularize the payment process and all. But in that scenario, we need to identify the modules that we are going to use, how we are going to use. So what are the, we need to have a cap on that. So otherwise we will be in trouble to do the payment. So those things need to consider what is the cap on this particular infrastructure that we are going to do, these licenses. So that will be the approach when we are utilizing pay-as-you-go services in the government context. So it will need to go to a partner. Direct also possible, but it will need to go through additional financial approvals. It will involve credit card payments, which will need additional approvals from CEO and everything. So rather than that, you can go to partner in a formal procurement process. So that will be the best way to address pay-as-you-go scenario in the current context. So that is my idea.
Yeah, actually you mentioned a very good one. We have maintained a cap, no? Yeah. Manju, do you have to try? Yeah.
But the things come to what they travel, I think you also need to think of ways that as a country, to adapt to these things in a much more quicker manner. Now, even if you ask the government department to get credit card, I think it's there in the policy, but I don't think no one is using it as you go, because you get at this point. But we should be able to adapt to things as we want to. Otherwise, when it changes faster, by the time we get there, we have to go along with the process to get there, by the time the economy is along with it. So there are things.
Yeah. When all after the procurement, we can implement these projects and we'll go and maybe successful, unsuccessful. But in the end, we have to do after first of all, we should have some objectives before starting any projects. Okay, so we do these things, all these things, procuring and everything to achieve this objective. So in the end, we have to measure whether we have achieved this objective. It will take after implementing 3 to 6 months to value the realization of benefits of the project. So I think as government officers, we also better to we are spending government money for these projects, these procurements. We better do some kind of analysis and see whether we have achieved these objectives and we realize benefits of these procurements and projects. So in this phase of the implementation, I mean, what are the things we can consider when it comes to government? For me, it's a little bit complicated. When it comes to private sector, we can calculate these things in monetary basis, but in government, it is most of the times we are giving services, maybe citizen satisfaction, which is very difficult to measure. So, what do you think in this final stage of the project close, after closing, realizing benefits? What are the things we can do to identify these? Because it's a little bit difficult for government sector to measure project success because of this service-driven structure. Manjusri, what do you think?
I think it's very difficult
Uh-huh.
to measure success with respect to ground
Mm.
provided you teach in the proper project.
Yeah.
So the problem I would say at this point, there are a lot of projects going around, and the prioritization of these projects when it comes to projects are in play.
Yeah.
So when it comes to these projects in play, some of these projects actually does not make sense.
Mm.
But there are other projects like citizen services projects and things like that can actually be a starting point for the system to actually get into these people, or be paying out the government in the long term. But the people want policy is that some people like to think that some projects are like quick events, and we are going to get more of this. So there are things that inside the system we can do that, but some systems we actually can't do that. So we have to take that cost benefit as well. But in my opinion, we have to have a long plan. One is under something, one is going to get, one is going to play. So when you have that, obviously we will reassess like every 6 months or every 1 year, everything is beyond the requirements of that. So then we are getting there, what changes are in, what they are doing, but the problem in my perspective is not even because of that. That's it. We don't care much about it, and we don't involve it or not. It's also not it.
Yeah. Somebody now, when it comes to objectives, it should be smart as well. Smart means it should be measurable, okay, attainable. Those things are also time. So what do you think? Because most of the IT systems, we are not revenue anything. We do not do revenue generation. What we do is we do our things effectively and efficiently. Okay, that would be the influence factor. So, somebody, what do you think? You have done some projects for foreign ministry.
When it comes to initial things where I am the government context, but we more focus on the outcome rather than outputs by implementing a system. Okay, so it is a low run. But we can measure, like what we can do is we can incorporate, like I explained that we need to have some sort of KPIs when we are doing the system. Okay. What we can do is we can incorporate those KPIs in the system. Like take me for ministry as an example. So in that system, we can measure what is the customer waiting time, and what is the document processing time. So this kind of the outcome is like having this system in the foreign industry. The outcome is to provide a faster service to the general public in terms of document administration. So based on that, we have to have some KPIs. We have incorporated those KPIs in the system. So then we can have a clear idea whether the system is working or not. So when you can see that customer waiting time is gradually decreasing over the time, and the document processing time also decreasing, and the volume of document increasing over the time, then we can have a clear idea that system is working and the system is adapting to the organization culture as well as general public. So that is the best way to measure the success of the system, as well as we can convincingly manage go for even beyond really sophisticated infrastructure network. So that is the kind of approach that we can take.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm going to conclude that time is up. Thank you very much for being with us and helping this one. Sri Lanka sir also I have thanked on behalf of Isaka. I think Lakmal also will be there, so he will give the final statement. Thank you all again.
Sankar, Mr. Vijay, Dr. Manjushri and Samgi. So thank you very much for being here today. I believe you have taken some things out of the experts panel who was presenting and as well as providing some insights in the panel discussions. We already have all our sessions recorded and it's made available at YouTube. You can go to ISACA Sri Lanka YouTube channel and all of what we have discussed, it's already there. So if you are interested, or maybe if you want to share that with any of your colleagues who couldn't come today, basically you can find it there. I believe, I think Panduga may have already shared our channel with you all in your communications. So thank you very much. Once again, whoever who asked questions, we have noted down. So we will share you the 100% voucher with you all. So, and at the same time, I believe you don't have any objections adding you to our regular communications to our membership as well, so that you will receive certain, basically we are doing at least 1 or 2 members days every month. Even yesterday we had one. So we are conducting them as hybrid events. Physically, if you would like to talk to people, you can come to event, or else it's available as a YouTube stream as well as a Teams meeting as well. So if any one of you are interested, and if you all conduct any programs, or basically if you have any certifications also, you may need continuous professional education points and so on and so forth. So any ISACA event is eligible for continuous professional education points, otherwise CPD or CPE. So looking forward to see you at those as well, and we'll make sure that as part of the MOUs that we have signed, so we share that information with you all, and we consider you all as part of our community. So you can come. I mean, any event ISACA conducts is on free of charge, and even today I thank you just in time for partially taking care of the event's expenditures. Rest was totally from ISACA itself. So we look forward more, and we are more of I have gratitude to anyone who being here and kind of listen to us, and our main is to serve to our country, right? So that's why you are there. And I mean, even though I have left ICT and left the government related services, I always looking to kind of how we can improve that, and how we can purchase the right solutions, and how we can service the citizen at right. So I believe all of us are in the same mindset. So look forward for your support, as well as if you need any support, you can contact me as well. So I believe you can. I will share my contacts, and you already have. I think you can contact Shanaki or even Panduka to get my contacts. If you need any assistance, anything related to your day-to-day work, or even as a community, so we are there to support you. Thank you very much for being here, and have a nice evening.